Hey guys, it's me Tim. First off, before I get this video started, let me explain how this is going to work. So, for my senior footprint project, I decided that instead of going through every single memory individually, I would just give you guys songs. But seeing how that didn't work, because I'm really bad at editing, I decided to put all the songs into a playlist. And I'll leave the link to that playlist in the description below. And if you can't get down that link or anything, it's literally in my channel. Just search Senior Footprint Soundtrack playlist thing. It should pop up. But anyway, well, I guess here we go. It's time to start this tour through the abyss of failure and self-loathing that is my high school memories. Let's start off with freshman year, shall we? You know, that year that started with such excitement and promise and just that lovely feeling of ignorant bliss right before, the reality of high school smacks you across the face like a VW bug traveling at Mach 5. I remember it very clearly, unfortunately. But anyway, the songs that I chose for that year, the first song that I chose is Why Should I Worry? And this is off of a Disney movie called Oliver and Company. And I think that's just kind of like the mindset of every freshman, like, why should I worry? I got this. This is a piece of cake. This is before the VW bug hits them. The second song I chose was Get Off of My Back. And this song is originally from another Disney movie called Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. But the one on the playlist is actually a cover by Jonathan Young. And it's a rock cover. And this just kind of describes who I was outside of school. I was really combative. I was a jerk. Let's just put it that way and leave it at that. And the last song we chose for freshman year is Tem Shop Glitch Hop. Now, if you know anything about glitch hop, which is a genre of music, you know it can be one of two things. It can be really good, or it can be really annoyingly bad. This song, I believe, falls into the latter group. And that's because I was a really annoying freshman. I think all freshmen in general are pretty annoying. No, it hasn't gotten better. They're still annoying, guys. And then, I guess, because that's all I have for freshman year, we move into the summer. The summer was the best summer ever, just filled with sunburn and heat stroke and a heaping sigh of insecurity every time I went to the pool. But in all actuality, it was an okay summer. I mean, I went to some dances, some events, some concerts, some carnivals. It was fun. So the first song I chose was Summer Jam. And that's because my summer was jamming. Yeah, I'm never going to say the word jamming again. That was terrible. Please forgive me. And the next song I chose was Summer by Calvin Harris. And that's because I met somebody that summer. We dated for like 2 weeks, and then we both just kind of broke up at the same time. Yeah, I was like, hey, this isn't gonna, and then she was like, work. Yeah, I know. I was gonna tell you the same thing, and we were just kind of went our ways. It wasn't awkward. It was just kind of, like we expected it to fall apart. It was weird. But that kind of hopeless romance bled over into sophomore year. The first song I chose for sophomore year, because I had my heart broken so many times, is Can't Sleep Love by Pentatonix. And that's because it felt like every time I turned around, I was falling in love with someone else. And I know these were probably just silly crushes, but hey, it was a sophomore. What are you gonna do? But yeah, that happened. And then the next song I chose was because what immediately happened after that falling in love was Freaking Out by the Mystery Skulls. And that's because the first line that they sing is Feel Like I'm Losing You. And that's pretty much how I felt right before they broke up with me. They were just like, I was like, they're getting kind of distant, they haven't been talking to me as much, and then they'd be like, yeah, we're done. And they'd be like, okay. And then I'd turn around and be like, oh, I like you. But then the last song I chose is Vanek X Machine Heart's Circles. And that's because that song's kind of like, hey, turn yourself on a 180. This behavior's kind of not, it's not okay for you. That's what I tried to do. Obviously, that didn't work because that hopeless romance bled over, yet again, to the next summer. And the first song I chose for that summer is The Casbah by Abney Park. And that's because I met this girl at a dance, and we dated for like 2 weeks, and then we broke up. And this one was more of an awkward breakup. It was like, oh, okay. The next song I chose for that summer is Eye Candy by Groundbreaking. And that's because this girl didn't even show up for the first date. I stood outside the movie theater for an hour waiting for her. And when the people that went inside for the early showing started spilling out, I was just figured she wasn't coming, and I just left. So yeah, I walked all the way home from the movie theater, and if you guys don't know, I live up by the middle school, so that was a long walk home. Yeah, it was a great time. And then the last one I chose for that is Break the Rules by Charlie XCX. And that's because I was going to summer school at the time and I didn't really want to. All I really wanted to do was lay home, stuff my face full of food, and watch Netflix. Yeah, that's my summers. Okay, so now let's move on to junior year. This is the year responsibilities and just crap luck hit me like the next song in the playlist. And it was bad. Like, there was a bunch of family drama. I always seem to be moving. Like, I still have boxes that are unpacked. I think I have 10 boxes of my stuff out in the carport right now, just sitting there. Haven't even gone through them. Um, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, my dad visited, and that was awkward for everyone involved because I don't talk to my dad. It was it was weird. It was incredibly weird and odd and awkward, and it shouldn't have happened. But anyway, the first song I chose for junior year is Trap City Borderline. And that's because that year I was just kind of meh about everything. Like, I mean, I couldn't really do anything about it, so I couldn't complain. But yet, at the same time, I didn't like it, so I was just like, meh. The next song I chose is Mad Hatter by Melanie Martinez, and that's because this is the year I got all my crazy friends, and you know I'm a little bit crazy, and we meld well together. The song I chose after that is Napster Rock, and if you have no clue about anything about Undertale, Napster Rock is based around this one little character called Napstablook, and you meet him like 3 times throughout the whole game, and just think self-conscious ghost. And I'm pretty sure that's just who I was junior year. I was really self-conscious, and I kind of wanted to be a ghost so I could just fade out through the wall, and things got really awkward. And the last song I chose is "It Gets Better" by Todrick Hall. This song kind of got me through junior year without going through an emotional breakdown. It was nice. This song will make you cry if you are not feeling emotionally stable when you listen to it. Now, let's go to that summer. Honestly, that summer really wasn't that exciting. It was really dull. And except for the one thing that did happen, which inspired me to pick the first song, which is Steampunk Revolution by Abney Park. And that's because I attended, well, I didn't really attend, I went to a live stream of SteamCon. And if you don't know what SteamCon is, it's a steampunk convention held in Seattle. And if you don't know what steampunk is, Google it. It's absolutely amazing. And it just, the costumes will blow you away. But, my friend, she was going, and she hid a camera in her top hat, and she's all like, yeah, I'm doing a live feed for a couple of my friends, so, you know, we can see what SteamCon's all about. And just some of the costumes that were there blew me away. Like, this guy had fire incorporated into it, like actual fire. It was shooting out of his arm, and I was like, that's so cool. And then the next one I picked was Summertime Sadness, because like I said, it was a pretty darn slow summer. And you know that feeling you get, like, right before summer ends, but right before school starts, that's just kind of, and you just come really listless and lazy. Yeah, that was kind of how my whole entire summer was after SteamCon. It was just meh everywhere. Now I guess we've come to the mother of them all, senior year. I mean, it started out great, don't get me wrong, but then my granny died. And that just kind of set everything downhill, I guess. Then a lot of things that didn't hit me junior year hit me this year, and that was that was great. Yeah, like currently my aunt is in the hospital with pneumonia. The doctor says she's not gonna get out alive, so looking forward to that call. But anyway, the first song I picked was "Looking Like This" by Lard Attempts. I don't know if I pronounced her name right because they're French, and I don't take French. But anyway, it's because that year started off great. I was confident. I was myself. I'm like, I got this. And then Grandma died, and the song changes to "Heaven Got Another Angel." And I don't really want to dwell on this topic because crying on camera is just undignified. So nope. The next song is "Bring the Madness" by Pigboard Nerds, and that's because I think it's about 2 minutes and 15 seconds in. That second bass drop just kind of describes everything that happened to me. Just whew. Yeah, that's the large amount of crap luck I told you about, just right on top of my head. And the last song I chose is Nightcore's Blackout. And that's because I'm determined to make it through this year without metaphorically blacking out. Because I don't think I've ever... No, I have blacked out once. But that was different. That's because I hit my head really hard. But anyway, the last song I chose is actually a song for the future. And that song is Battle Scars. And if you listen to the song, you'll understand what I mean. But hey, looks like we're all out of songs. You don't gotta sit there and listen to me jabble on and on and on anymore, so, well, I guess I'll just let you guys go. Bye!